Hi guys. So I kind of started already. Again, I thought I pressed play, but I didn't. Okay. If you like me, subscribe. If you need a personal, check my email in the description, okay? But there's like some red light, green light energy going on. It could be spiritually or financially, but I think this is more spiritual for some reason. It's like you're delaying some type of growth within yourself, and not only within yourself, but you're delaying it on the outside, because we got the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Swords. Okay. There's a lack of understanding about yourself, I believe, or maybe the path you're on. There are some, like, you are supposed to be receiving, like, you're supposed to be better off financially than what you are. But yeah, see, you've got this Eight of Swords. There's something about yourself that you just refuse to leave behind. This has been like the narrative of the fucking day. So we got the Five of Swords, the Ace of Swords reversed, and the Star reversed. My goodness. This Page of Swords at the bottom, I feel you're very strong-willed with others, but you're not as strong-willed when it comes to you. And I don't know if that means like you don't give to yourself as much, or are you not as hard on yourself as you are with critiquing others? Okay, I'm just the messenger. What else? You put yourself on this pedestal, and I feel like because you put yourself on this pedestal, you kind of make it, there's an illusion you give yourself that makes you feel like your life is better than what it is. Okay, what else? There is an incoming tower that could end this false image you have of yourself. Okay, I'm picking up a motherfucker with an ego problem. That's what it is. An ego problem. This ego problem is affecting you spiritually. It's affecting you financially. It's affecting you from seeing how your life really is. You are riding the river of denial. Is it a good ride? What's this tower? Yeah, you've tried to, this tower that's coming, right? You've tried to keep this image of yourself, whether it's to the public or just to yourself. You've tried to keep it because it makes you feel comfortable. But that's going to come to an end. Got the Five of Pentacles. You could, if you don't adjust how you are now, you could, this Five of Pentacles, I'm more feeling this is a spiritual loss, not necessarily financial, because I don't know if you have that many finances as it is, whoever I'm talking to, but if you do, it's not going to hit you financially. This is going to be a spiritual loss. Could be dark night of the soul. It could be just an ego death. It's probably an ego death, which is kind of the same thing, right? I don't know. But that's what the tower is. It's a financial, it's a spiritual L, okay? Like, you're about to, if you're Christian, right? And I used to be. So this came to my head, right? When they say, oh, you don't want God to take your hands off of you, right? It's something along those lines. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not Christian, but do you get what I'm saying? That's what came to my head. It's like the divine or your ancestors or whoever you talk to, they're about to just push you out into the woods alone so that ego of yours can crack. Okay? But see, look, it's gonna balance you out. See, cheese? It's gonna balance you out. It is. It's gonna balance you out. And you're gonna end up spiritually wealthy and just financially wealthy and all that terrific stuff. But only after that ego breaks, okay? The world at the bottom. Definitely in cycle ending. The Magician in reverse. You've been working against yourself. And I feel like this is kind of going back to that last reading I just did. I feel like it's like your people, your, ancestors, universe, whoever the fuck, they're like, okay, we tried to give them people who would tell them. We tried to give them people who could lead them, but they didn't want to listen because of that persona or whatever the fuck they're trying to keep. They didn't want to listen, so we're about to push them out there. We're tired. And sometimes the only way for you to learn spiritually is if they do take their hands off of you. We got the Death at the bottom. That's the end of a cycle. What's under Death? Page of Swords. Probably clearer understanding. I mean, hey. Fuck. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. But yeah. That's what's happening. Okay, what else? Ego death approaches. Are you ready? This is you before this came. You've been trying to prevent this tower from coming by trying to keep control. It could be greed, could be whatever the fuck, whatever you were doing to try to maintain control. All right? You were trying to prevent that tower from coming, which gave you this image of being spiritually wealthy. Yeah, this is all going to work out for the image of you being spiritually wealthy is about to become like a reality. There is going to be no more image. It could be also just wealthy in general because, again, they're going to have to fucking break you to make you. That's what's happening. Okay? We got the Justice, the Three of Cups, and the Magician. You're going to balance out, you're going to be able to manifest properly. You're not going to manifest from this place of ego. You're not going to announce your manifestations before they happen. I feel like that was a thing which kind of left you looking like an ass sometime. Hermit at the bottom, you're going to be forced to really see the things that you didn't want to see. We got a Three of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. I think your ego was so like strong and die hard that you even believed the things that you would tell yourself. Like maybe you thought, hey, eventually I will make it. And I'm not saying you won't make it, but you're not going to make it this way. You're only going to be able to make it if you're able to receive the understanding of yourself that you seem to lack in the beginning of this reading. Okay? Because that Seven of Swords is in between the Three of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, which means, you know, there's a lack of you could even be working against your spirit team unknowingly, whoever it is. I don't give a fuck. But whoever your spirit team is, you could subconsciously be working against them because the lessons they're trying to show you about yourself, you're refusing to see, which is again why they are about to break you. Okay? This is wonderful. Sucks, but it is good. I mean, what else? Look, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. You're even gonna get a divine partner. Yay, hooray, 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 hooray. They couldn't even bring in your person before they broke you because you were gonna run them off too. It's coming in hard and fast. Fast and hard. You're going to be forced to leave those things behind, but understand it's for the best, right? And this Hierophant reverse came out. I feel like you're more so rebelling against what you believed was best, and you're also going to be rebelling against the thought of, well, your ego, basically. But it's going to bring that necessary into a constant cycle that you have been in, okay? See, you have been, we got the Queen of Swords reversed, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Sun. This is just confirming you really have been cutting out your own spiritual growth, your own wins, okay? Some of you could be a little irrational with the emotions. You could be a little irrational with how you... I just been hearing all day in almost every reading like this exaggeration of personality that some of you are carrying in order to cover up certain hidden things about yourself. It's falling. And since you didn't want to let it fall on your own, since you didn't want to hear it from your friends, your spirit team again is saying, fuck you. For a while. Okay. See, and after this, because you got the Judgment in reverse before, it's upright now. You know, Judgment upright, Ace of Cups is going to really warp your perception, your mindset. It's going to warp the mentality that you have. It's going to kill that sick ego too. And what are you going to do about it? Nothing. There's nothing you can do about it. They're taking their hands off of you. Remember that Christian term I used? God's going to take his hands off of you? Well, your ancestors going to take his hands off of you. You know, Lucifer, whoever the fuck, Jesus, Buddha. I don't know how Buddhism works, but whoever. They're taking their hands off of you so you can go fuck yourself alone. And maybe you'll see. Okay? Trust me, you'll be fine. I've been there. Two of Pentacles at the bottom. That's balance, dear. Two of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Six of Swords. Why, look at that. A stubborn fuck must be broken. Welcome to the club. I'm still recovering. Woo. All right. I think we get it. Don't we? Okay. Let's do more. Well, let's do an oracle. Oh my lord. See this maze right here? Maze, and study came out. They're gonna put you in a little chaotic situation, right? They're gonna put you in a chaotic situation to where, again, you're in the wilderness alone. Congratulations, you put yourself there. And you're going to be forced to look in the mirror completely and wholly. I feel like you've been a person that's been broken before, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for you. So now they gotta break you and abandon you. You really hit the jackpot. Way to go. Sarcasm. But not only that, if you love the things that you see, and loving doesn't mean just accepting them. You love them and understand that that's a part of you, but you love yourself enough to put those things not behind, because again, we become one with our shadow, but you love yourself enough to balance out and face it. You're gonna love yourself more now than that ego. Okay? Because the ego is fucking you. Well, I guess that's it. Have fun in that maze. Have a great time. I mean, damn. Am I done? I'm done. Thanks for watching.